Bhutanese Prime Minister Lotay Tshering arrives in Dhaka to attend Bangabandhu's birth centenary and Golden Jubilee of Independence celebrations. Upon arrival, he paid tributes at National Memorial in Savar. President of Nepal Bidya Devi Bhandari and Prime Minister of Bhutan Lotay Tshering pay homage to Bangabandhu by placing wreaths at his portrait at Dhanmondi 32. Discussions in colourful cultural festivals organised on the theme of women's emancipation, equality and freedom on 7th day of 10-day eternal Mujib celebrations of Mujib Year and Golden Jubilee of Independence. Court sentences 14 militants to death for attempting to kill Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in Kotalipara in Gopalganj. Obaidul Qadir urges all not to incite any chaos centering Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit. Country's corona infection cases rising at an alarming rate. Ministry of Health directs 5 government hospitals to take preparations again. Ten people killed in a mass shooting at a supermarket in Colorado, USA. And Bangladesh beat Kyrgyzstan Olympic team by 1-0 in Tri-Nation Football Tournament in Nepal. Assalamu alaikum. You're watching News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Center. I am Nuzhat Sharmin welcoming you all. You just had the headlines. Now we'll move on to news in details. Bhutanese Prime Minister Dr. Lotay Tshering paid rich tributes to the memory of martyred freedom fighters by placing a wreath at the National Memorial in Savar on the outskirts of the capital. A smartly turned out contingent drawn from Bangladesh Army, Navy and Air Force gave him a guard of honour while the bugles played the last post. Lotay Tshering also signed the visitor's book at the memorial. He also planted a fruit sapling of Lotkon on the memorial premises. Later, Bhutanese Prime Minister Dr. Lotay Tshering went to Bangabandhu Memorial Museum at Dhanmondi 32 in the capital. On his arrival at Bangabandhu Memorial Museum, Bhutanese Prime Minister was received by Bangabandhu's younger daughter Sheikh Rehana. Later, the Bhutanese Prime Minister paid rich tributes to Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman by placing a wreath at the portrait of Bangabandhu. Bhutanese Prime Minister Dr. Lotay Tshering also visited the Bangabandhu Memorial Museum and signed the visitor's book. Earlier, Bhutanese Prime Minister Dr. Lotay Tshering, along with his entourage members, landed at Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport by a special flight to attend the celebration of birth centenary of Bangabandhu and Golden Jubilee of country's independence. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina received her Bhutanese counterpart at the airport by presenting a flower bouquet, while a 21-gun salute heralded the state guest's arrival. The Bhutanese Prime Minister was given a guard of honour by a smartly turned out contingent drawn from Bangladesh Army, Navy and Air Force. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and her Bhutanese counterpart Lotay Tshering enjoyed the state honour, staying on the makeshift saluting dais while the national anthems of the respective countries were played. The state guest also inspected the parade and subsequently both the premiers introduced the delegations of the respective countries to each other. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina hosted a dinner in honour of visiting Bhutanese Prime Minister Dr. Lotay Tshering. The dinner was held at Hotel Pan Pacific Shonargaon in the capital this evening. Younger daughter of Bangabandhu Sheikh Rehana was present. Deputy Press Secretary to the Prime Minister K.M. Shakhawat Moon said a colourful cultural programme was organised at the dinner. The two Prime Ministers enjoyed the cultural presentation. The Bhutanese Prime Minister arrived in Dhaka this morning on a 3-day official visit to join the celebrations of the Golden Jubilee of the country's independence and the birth centenary of Father of the Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Foreign Minister Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen made a courtesy call on visiting Bhutanese Prime Minister Dr. Lote Tshering at the Hotel Intercontinental in the capital today. During the call-on, the Bhutanese Prime Minister and Bangladesh Foreign Minister stressed the growth of trade and connectivity along with diplomatic ties between the two friendly countries. After the courtesy meeting, Foreign Minister Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen told the journalists that the two countries will act together to take Bangladesh-Bhutan bilateral relations to newer heights. Visiting Nepalese President Bidya Devi Bhandari paid rich tribute by placing wreath at the portrait of Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman at Dhanmondi in the capital today. She visited Bangabandhu Memorial Museum. Later, she signed the visitor's book. Earlier, Bangabandhu's youngest daughter Sheikh Rehana welcomed Nepalese President with the bouquet on her arrival at Dhanmondi. State Minister for Foreign Affairs Shahriar Alam and Curator of Bangabandhu Memorial Museum Nazrul Islam Khan were present. Participation of Nepalese President Bidya Devi Bhandari at the birth centenary programs of Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and the Golden Jubilee celebrations of country's independence will add new dimension to the diplomatic relations between the two friendly countries, hopes Foreign Minister Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen. The Foreign Minister expressed the hope at a news briefing at the Foreign Service Academy in the capital today. State Minister for Foreign Affairs Shahriar Alam, Secretary to the Ministry and high officials were present at the news briefing. The Foreign Minister informed the newsmen that bilateral cooperation in the fields of expanding regional connectivity, bartering hydroelectricity, culture, education, agriculture and tourism industry, free trade and investment prospects were stressed most in the discussion between Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and Nepalese President Bidya Devi Bhandari. The Foreign Minister also informed the briefing that all preparation is complete for the arrival of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
গতকাল বিকেলে নেপালের রাষ্ট্রপতির সাথে মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রী শেখ হাসিনা সাক্ষাৎ করেন। তিনি মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রীকে মোস্ট ইন্সপায়ারিং ওমেন লিডার ইন দ্য ওয়ার্ল্ড আনকোট বলে আখ্যায়িত করেছেন। রাজনৈতিক নেতৃত্ব যদি চায় তবে সকল প্রতিকূলতা সত্ত্বেও যে দেশের উন্নয়ন করা সম্ভব তার উজ্জ্বল দৃষ্টান্ত হলেন প্রধানমন্ত্রী শেখ হাসিনা। দুই দেশের মধ্যে উভয় পক্ষ ভবিষ্যতে জলবিদ্যুৎ সেক্টরে বর্ধিত সহযোগিতার আশাবাদ ব্যক্ত করেছে। নেপালের সাথে বাংলাদেশের অন্তর সীমান্ত পরিবহন সংযোগ অবারিত ও সুগম করার নানাবিধ উদ্যোগ চলমান রয়েছে। পর্যটন, শিক্ষা, স্বাস্থ্য, কৃষি, মৎস্য ও পানি সম্পদ, দুর্যোগ ব্যবস্থাপনা এবং আইটি সেক্টরেও নেপালকে বিবিধ সহায়তা দেবে বাংলাদেশ।
President of Nepal, Bidya Devi Bhandari, left Dhaka this afternoon, concluding her two-day state visit in Bangladesh. Foreign Minister Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen and Health Minister Zahid Malik gave her farewell at Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport. Nepalese Foreign Minister, Foreign Secretary and other high officials accompanied their president. Nepalese President Bidya Devi Bhandari reached Dhaka on March 22 to take part in the celebration of Father of the Nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's birth centenary and Golden Jubilee of country's independence. The 7th day of Mujib Chirantan, a 10-day-long program organized at the National Parade Ground, was celebrated today, marking the Mujib Borsho and the Golden Jubilee of Independence. Deputy Minister for Education, Barrister Mohibul Hassan Chaudhry, delivered the welcome speech and moderated the program with the theme Nari Mukti, Shammo o Shadhinata. Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry addressed the theme-based discussion.
জাতির পিতা বিশ্বাস করতেন দেশকে এগিয়ে নিতে হলে রাজনৈতিক, অর্থনৈতিক, সামাজিক প্রতিটি ক্ষেত্রে পুরুষের পাশাপাশি নারীর সমান অধিকার ও অংশগ্রহণ নিশ্চিত করা একান্ত অপরিহার্য। অর্থাৎ বঙ্গবন্ধু সামগ্রিক নারী ক্ষমতায়নে বিশ্বাস করতেন। বঙ্গবন্ধুর এই বিশ্বাস আজ বাংলাদেশকে নারী ক্ষমতায়নের ক্ষেত্রে সমগ্র বিশ্বে রোল মডেল করে তুলেছে। বাংলাদেশের নারীরা আজ প্রতিটি ক্ষেত্রে সফলতার স্বাক্ষর রাখছে।
Foreign Minister Dr. A.K. Abdul Momen read out greeting messages from Queen Elizabeth of Great Britain and President of Germany Frank-Walter Steinmeier. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and younger daughter of Bangabandhu Sheikh Rehana and other invitees were present. A video message of the UNESCO Director General Audrey Azoulay was played in the discussion part.
Friendship based on international cooperation and the founding role of education, culture and science is more important than ever. At this turning point, let us be optimistic and let us remember with Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman that this fight for humanity is also a fight for our rights, our emancipation and our freedom.
Later, cultural program part began with a colorful video of recorded cultural program of Switzerland dedicated to Bangabandhu. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and younger daughter of Bangabandhu Sheikh Rehana watched the cultural program. It was followed by the title animation video on the title Eternal Mujib. The program included theatrical choreography of few famous songs on women and Bangladesh.
জাগো নারী জাগো বন্দি শিখা জাগো সাহা সীমান্তের আত্মঠিকা।
Besides, thematic choreography titled Ononna Oporijita, few songs titled Gahi Shammer Gan, and songs and choreography performed by artists of ethnic minorities were presented.
দেশের জন্য যারা দিয়ে গেছো প্রাণ ভুলিনি আমরা।
Today's function ended with presentation of songs dedicated to Bangabandhu. Vietnam government paid due respect to father of the nation Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, marking his birth centenary and golden jubilee of the country's independence. Vietnam ambassador to Bangladesh Pham Viet Chen, on behalf of the Vietnam government, placed floral wreath at the portrait of Bangabandhu at Dhanmondi 32 in the capital today. The Vietnam ambassador also visited Bangabandhu Memorial Museum and signed the visitors' book there. Curator of Bangabandhu Memorial Museum, Nozrul Islam Khan, was present on the occasion. Viewers, now there is a break.
বঙ্গবন্ধু ও বাংলাদেশের সঠিক ইতিহাস সমৃদ্ধ শেখ ফজলুল করিম সেলিম লিখিত তথ্যভিত্তিক নির্ভরযোগ্য বই বঙ্গবন্ধুর স্বপ্নের বাংলাদেশ পাওয়া যাচ্ছে 21শে বইমেলায়।
Welcome back to the bulletin. A special tribunal in Dhaka today sentenced 14 members of banned militant outfit Harkatul Jihad al-Islami to death in a sedition case filed for plotting to kill Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina by planting bomb at the temporary helipad on Sheikh Lutfur Rahman Government Ideal College ground in 2000. Judge Abu Zafar Muhammad Kamruzzaman of Dhaka Speedy Trial Tribunal 1 passed the judgment in a crowded courtroom this afternoon. The convicts are Muhammad Azizul Haq alias Shanawaz, Muhammad Lokman, Muhammad Yusuf alias Musab Morol, Musab Hussain alias Rashu, Sheikh Muhammad Enamul Haq, Muhammad Mufizur Rahman alias Mufiz, Muhammad Mahmud Azhar alias Mamunur Rashid, Muhammad Rashiduz Zaman alias Shimul, Muhammad Tarek, Muhammad Wadud Sheikh alias Ghazi Khan, Muhammad Anisul Islam, Sarwar Hussain Mia, Maulana Amirul Islam alias Jannat Munshi, and Maulana Rafiqul Islam Khan. Of the 14, Mohammad Azizul Haq alias Shanewaz, Mohammad Lokman, Mohammad Yusuf alias Musahab Morol, Musab Hussain alias Rashu, and Sheikh Mohammad Enamul Haq are yet to be arrested and were tried in absentia. The tribunal in its order sentenced the convicts to be executed by firing squad in public or by traditional way of hanging. According to the case documents, army men recovered a 76 kg powerful bomb on July 21, 2000 from the premises of Sheikh Lutfur Rahman Government Ideal College when a podium was being made for Prime Minister's rally. Then Sub-Inspector Nur Hussain of Kotalipara Police Station filed the case under Explosive Substances Act. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir has urged not to instigate anyone to create unrest in the country centering upcoming visit of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Obaidul Qadir said India was the main ally of Bangladesh during the Liberation War in 1971. That is why Bangladesh has invited the chief of Indian government on the occasion of Golden Jubilee of the Liberation War. He said this while briefing journalists through video conference from his official residence in the capital this morning. About BNP Secretary General's speech that BNP has started to organize to defeat the government, Obaidul Qadir said, if they organize politically, it is good. But if they try to create unrest instead of peaceful movement, then Awami League led by Sheikh Hasina will resist them with the help of the people. About increase of corona infection and death toll, the Awami League General Secretary said there is no alternative to maintaining proper health guidelines.
একটি মহল বঙ্গবন্ধু জন্মবার্ষিকী ও স্বাধীনতার সুবর্ণ জয়ন্তী উপলক্ষে ভারতের প্রধানমন্ত্রী নরেন্দ্র মোদীকে বাংলাদেশে আমন্ত্রণ বাতিলের দাবি জানিয়েছেন। তাদেরকে বলতে চাই, বঙ্গবন্ধু জন্মশতবার্ষিকী উপলক্ষে আমরা ভারত সরকারের প্রধানমন্ত্রীকে আমন্ত্রণ করেছি, কোনো বিশেষ ব্যক্তিকে নয়। পশ্চিমবঙ্গের নির্বাচন বা অন্য কোনো বিষয়ের সাথে এর কোনো যোগসূত্র নেই। তাই মোদির সফরকে কেন্দ্র করে কেউ কোনো অস্থিরতা তৈরিতে উস্কানি দেবেন না, এটাই আমরা আশা করি, এবং অস্থিরতা তৈরিতে উস্কানি না দেওয়ার জন্য আমরা সংশ্লিষ্ট সকলের কাছে আহ্বান জানাচ্ছি। বিএনপি নেতারা বলছেন সরকারকে পরাজিত করতে তারা সংগঠিত হতে শুরু করেছেন। রাজনৈতিকভাবে সংগঠিত হলে আমাদের কোনো আপত্তি নেই, কিন্তু আন্দোলনের নামে দেশে অস্থিরতা তৈরি করার জন্য যদি আন্দোলনের সহিংসতার উপাদান যুক্ত করা হয়, তাহলে শেখ হাসিনার নেতৃত্বে বাংলাদেশ আওয়ামী লীগ জনগণকে সাথে নিয়ে যে কোনো ধরনের অপচেষ্টা মোকাবিলা করতে প্রস্তুত রয়েছে।
Now, international news. A gunman has killed 10 people, including a police officer, following an hour-long standoff at a grocery market in the U.S. state of Colorado. The attack in Boulder ended with police detaining an injured suspect at the King Soopers market. Among the dead was 51-year-old Eric Talley, who was the first police officer to respond to the shooting. These were people going about their day, doing their shopping. No other details have been released about the 9 other victims or a motive for the attack. Germany has extended its lockdown for 3 weeks, imposing an almost complete halt over the Easter holiday in response to a third wave of coronavirus infections. After talks with regional leaders, Chancellor Angela Merkel said Germany was now in a very serious situation. Restrictions will be even tougher from 1st to 5th April, when most shops will be shut and gatherings will be limited. Meanwhile, France's president wants vaccinations morning, noon and night. Emmanuel Macron was responding to an increase in intensive care cases and warnings of an explosion in hospital admissions. COVID-19 global death toll crosses 27,37,000. More than 12,43,96,000 have been infected globally, and more than 10,3,43,000 people have recovered so far. 18 COVID-19 patients died in the country in the last 24 hours, taking the death toll from the pandemic to 8,738. The recovery count rose to 5,25,994 after another 1,835 recovered during the period. A press release of the Directorate General of Health Services confirmed this today. The tally of the infections rose to 5,77,241 with 3,354 new cases. The Health Ministry has directed 5 more hospitals in the capital to get ready again following alarming surge in coronavirus infections. These include Lalkuti Hospital, Dhaka Mohanagar Hospital, Shohid Sorwardi Medical College and Hospital, DNCC Corona Isolation Center and Sharkari Kormochari Hospital. The intensity of the deadly coronavirus has been on the rise for several weeks, infecting hundreds and killing a good number of people daily. Against the backdrop of the situation, expert physicians have stressed the need for ensuring health safety protocols strictly, including wearing masks. They say the UK variant of COVID-19 is infecting young people too, so all, irrespective of age groups, have to be cautious about the danger of the virus. Health experts have suggested that all should take vaccines as early as possible, and vaccinated people will also have to maintain health guidelines. Now news on sports. Bangladesh team started their journey with the victory in the Tri-Nation Football Tournament while they beat Kyrgyzstan Olympic team by 1-0 in Nepal today. At Kathmandu's Dashrath Stadium, Kumarabaja Bayaman of Kyrgyzstan scored the suicidal goal in the 29th minute of the match. Bangladesh will take on host Nepal in their second match on 27th March. New Zealand beat Bangladesh by 5 wickets in second ODI and confirmed the 3-match series with 1 match remaining in Christchurch today. Chasing the victory target of 272 runs, the Kiwis scored 275 for 5 wickets with 10 balls remaining. Tom Latham was unbeaten on 110 runs while Devon Conway scored 72 runs for New Zealand. Earlier, Bangladesh batted first and scored 271 runs, losing 6 wickets in their stipulated 50 overs. Tamim Iqbal scored 78 runs while Mohammad Mithun was unbeaten on 73 for Bangladesh. The Mujib Yer Shishu Kishore Taekwondo Tournament 2021 has started at Sultana Kamal Women's Krida Complex in the capital today. The tournament has organized to celebrate the birth centenary of the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. General Secretary of Bangladesh Taekwondo Federation, Mahmudul Islam Rana, inaugurated the tournament. A total of 150 players are taking part at 10 weight categories in the competition. To end the bulletin, headlines once again. Bhutanese Prime Minister Lote Tshering arrives in Dhaka to attend Bangabandhu's birth centenary and Golden Jubilee of Independence celebrations. Upon arrival, he paid tributes at National Memorial in Savar. President of Nepal Bidya Devi Bhandari and Prime Minister of Bhutan Lote Tshering pay homage to Bangabandhu by placing wreaths at his portrait at Dhanmondi 32. Discussions and colourful cultural festivals organised on the theme of women's emancipation, equality and freedom on 7th day of 10-day eternal Mujib celebrations of Mujib Year and Golden Jubilee of Independence. Court sentences 14 militants to death for attempting to kill Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in Kotalipara, Gopalganj. Obaidul Kader urges all not to incite any chaos centering Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit. Country's corona infection cases rising at an alarming rate. Ministry of Health directs 5 government hospitals to take preparations again. Ten people killed in a mass shooting at a supermarket in Colorado, USA. And Bangladesh beat Kyrgyzstan Olympic team by 1-0 in Tri-Nation Football Tournament in Nepal. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us and we invite you